I've never been on dark web. I don't even know how it works, but today we got 10 dark web videos you should never watch. Hit that like button, subscribe, and if you do not enjoy, you can always change your mind. Recently you guys have been smashing. Love y'all, and check
things mentioned on this list is beyond me. Number 10.
Number 10?
This 11-minute video has been making rounds on the dark web for a while and has only recently come to the surface. In it, something human-shaped wrapped in garbage bags is taped up and kept in various strange poses. In a chair, at the bottom of steps, and so on. Every so often, a man with a bag over his head comes in and fusses with the strange object. At one point, he even tries to give it food in the bathtub, despite there being no mouth hole. Towards the end of the video, he puts the object onto the kitchen counter.
The world is a effed up place, man. But I hear stories, I hear horror stories like that all the time. But there are also people that say that stuff like that is just not true. Dark web is not that crazy. I don't know, man.
And begins to carve into it. This video was filmed in black and white and has many different artistic camera angles. The dark web is full of many videos like this, but I guess every once in a while you could be looking at someone who is really acting out their twisted fantasies on a real person. For all we know, this could be the aftermath of a Red Room video. Number 9. A YouTuber named Surviving Life finds a
YouTuber named Surviving Life. I love this man voice. It's kind of memey, but it also kind of fits into this horror aspect as well. I don't know, man. Like,
dark web subforum dedicated to the most disturbing content imaginable. I can't even show you most of the thread titles, let alone what's in them. But I'll put it like this: the people here.
The best part about dogs is that there are endless ways to go about it. The best, I'm assuming it would say like killing. Holy, when you are tired, looking for type stuff, anything. Holy, okay, I cannot even make psychopath, Aster. What does Aster mean?
They are looking for stuff that would easily get your door kicked in by the cops. After going through a few pages, Surviving Life comes across one thread in particular that easily tops them all.
I want to buy a human infant. I will pay any price.
I don't know exactly how this person expects to buy an infant, or how much a reasonable price is. Thankfully, Surviving Life does not click on the link to find out. I did notice it seems to have 14 replies though, which leaves me with a terrible sinking feeling inside. You might think all of these requests are fake, but apparently Surviving Life has seen versions of this website before.
Okay, and the name of this site is so infamous, and the people on it, this isn't the first time they've put a site together like this. This is a system where these sites go up, they go down, the content's moved,
and provides us with some more insight about its long history. He soon grows too disgusted with all of humanity and logs off for the day. I think that the website is probably 100% real, but I would like to get your opinion based on this video evidence.
Why should I record it? The problems are, how do I convince him to take a bath in the tub or in the lake with me around? It take for him to pass out underwear. How to be sure he's drowned? Damn.
Shown here. Number 8. This grainy black and white video was supposedly taken back in 1999 when the internet was still in its early stages of development. A woman has apparently been chosen.
What year the internet started though? Right? Like, that is crazy. 1999, he says, early stages. So if I have to go by that, then I would be like somewhere around 1995. I would have to Google that later. But that is crazy. We're in 2023 right now. Let me know when you're watching. So it's roughly been like 25-30 years? Is that what you're saying?
Against their will for a Red Room show, which is where people make suggestions as to what should happen to her next. Kind of like a more interactive version of the movie Saw. She is clearly in distress.
Okay, so Google says 1983. So like 40, almost 40 years. A little bit more than 40 years right now. That is insane though.
Though I'm not sure if this is real or just acting. This scene seems realistic enough to make me uncomfortable, but I'd like to get your opinion as to what is going on here. She could be a paid actress, and this could be from a movie for all I know. We may never discover the real answer unless more of the video surfaces from the deep web. Number 7.
Number 7. We may never discover, man. This guy, bro, he has the perfect voice for, I would say, this video, though.
Another supposed Red Room video shows a person wearing a large hood over their face, looking down at the floor. I think the room is in pitch black and this was taken with night vision. After more than 4 minutes of uncomfortable silence, a man dressed in all black with gloves on wakes the person up and begins talking. Try to translate what is being said here if possible, so that we can better tell what is really going on.
Where are you? Where are you? I don't know, I just drive like.
Whatever is said appears to send the hooded man into a great amount of distress. I notice that a voice changer is used, which makes me think this video could be real. After all, whoever is involved would want to go to great lengths to keep their identity concealed. I'm not sure what happened next, but based on the overall tone of this video, I doubt this person made it out of the room in
Man, that is crazy. And the amount of tools he put on the table, too.
one piece. Number 6. A YouTuber named Amir returns to the dark web after getting many requests from his followers to do so. The first thing he finds is a strange collection of texts promoting superhuman abilities through special muscle exercises. Overall, the detailed instructions sound really complicated, futuristic, and weird. Then at the bottom, Amir comes across a strange date of publication that leaves him scratching his head in puzzlement.
Based off of. I want to try this. The first one was okay. Consists of continuously contracting very hard the upper.
He grows tired of reading the mountain of text and comes across this creepy dark web site next. It's nothing more than
I'm terrible at reading things as well. As I used to, every time I would open a book in school, I would just fall asleep. You know, I would start falling asleep. I'm a terrible reader too. Like, I don't blame him.
Then a still photo of a man with huge black bags under his eyes, staring you down with a knowing grin.
Yeah.
I don't recognize the photograph from any place.
That's the first thing I noticed when the video started playing. I was like, holy hell, like, what are we watching, dog? Like,
But I would like to know if you have.
I am not making this up. This is literally the page.
There's apparently a
That's
secret
it?
place on the page you can click to proceed, but Amir can't find it and moves on to the strangest dark web discovery yet.
I want to know, like, how do you go on the dark web? I never really Googled, I never really bothered looking into it, but I guess they always say, use your VPN if you go around there, right? Like, that's what I hear all the time, but I never really bothered to look into it.
Yeah.
Till now, I guess.
Kidney for sale. Shoes price negotiable. Buyer pays for all travel, accommodation, and surgery costs.
There are pages upon pages of organ donors looking to sell their guts for some quick cash. Based on the outrageous demand for organ donors and the long waiting list
Yeah, that's like the illegal stuff. Yeah, not surprised.
to get one,
That goes down
I
now.
have little doubt that this message board is real. The listings are quick, to the point, and highly detailed. Number 5. A YouTuber named IT Guru 360 is making a tutorial about how to access the dark web.
Thank you, come again. That's my Indian homie. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, brother. IT Guru 360. I'm joking around, obviously. Like, I'm Pakistani, so and some of my grandparents were Indian as well. 1947, that's when it separated, right? And yeah, that's my people's accent. And yeah, I'm embracing it. Strong, independent, fearless.
When he comes across a cryptic video that he has never seen before. Long strings of binary code fly under the watchful gaze of a floating skull face. Some people say the skull somehow feels mesmerizing, and that it was created to lull you into an altered state of mind, perhaps even insanity. If anyone can translate this programming language into English, then please let me know. Oh, and as for this shape-shifting...
Yeah, man, do not look at that. I guess I'm too late to say that if you did or not, but like, probably too late.
strange face that's in the same video. I'm not even sure that I want to know.
Okay, don't look.
Somehow I doubt its backstory is anything good. Number 4.
Number 4.
Gabe Helmy and Darcy Young decide to push their luck on the dark web and see what they can uncover. It isn't long before they discover a secret website meant for selling everything, including some really creepy items too. Soon afterwards, they find a website that is supposedly made by Russian hackers who can get into just about anything. It looks like their service costs around $2,000 on average based on current Bitcoin prices. You can even bring down a website for 24 hours for $12,000. But that
12,000 for just 24 hours? At that point, I would want the entire website down if I'm paying that much. Obviously, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that, but it's like, but you know what I mean, right? Like, that is crazy. 12,000? Man.
hardly seems worthwhile. Something about this website design looks very amateurish, so I'm not sure it is real. Number 3. Chloe Alliang is a British
The faker it looks, the realer it is, basically.
supermodel who claims to have been taken and put up for auction on the deep web. She arrives at a sketchy studio in Italy only to be jumped from behind.
A hand comes from behind onto my neck. Eventually they tackle me to the floor and the syringe goes in, and that's when it all goes black.
She wakes up in the trunk of a car zipped inside of a black bag, take her to a secluded room and finally reveal her fate.
He says, "You've already been put up for sale."
They put you up for sale?
Yeah.
Where?
Okay, that's a real video then. So how did she got on?
On the dark web.
This is where the story gets kind of weird. She says that after 6 days, her captives did not want any money and felt bad, so they let her go.
What?
I guess this is possible, but when one of the men was eventually caught, he said that she told him to do it as a way for her to get famous. Some people also say she does not look sincere in her press statement. I think she is probably telling the truth, but I'm not really sure what to think at this point. Number 2.
I was gonna say, if they really felt bad, I just cannot digest that news. But I was like, okay, you know what? Thankfully, I guess they felt bad. They should have never done that. But yeah, people saying that she faked it, I'm now inclined to believe that a lot more, to be honest.
2. A YouTuber named John pokes around on the dark web. Soon he finds himself reading some extremely bizarre tutorials that leave him stunned.
He's like tutorials on how to like eat people and cook
What?
them. It's like it's a regular thing for these people. Look at this whole article on how to, do that.
I don't think Sir John would ever do anything like this himself, but as I watch his curious reaction to the materials, I can't wonder how many other people have been actually introduced to this in exactly the same manner. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about
Yeah, very much. We do enjoy, guys. Definitely subscribe, hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell, and definitely subscribe to Chills as well.
what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to
Do a face reveal on YouTube. Come on, man. Like, you don't need to. That's like too many button clicking, searching. That's too. Ain't nobody got time for that, you know?
find out. I recently released the music video for my song Dreamland, and we may have caught something paranormal at the 55-second mark. Tap the
My guy. Okay.
circle icon in the top right corner, then tap my music video and let me know what you think it is. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell.
Man, this guy, bro. Okay, listen. I respect it, man. I respect it. I'm gonna put it on my dictionary as well. This is a good way to ask for a subscribe. Holy, that is probably one of the best way.
Bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1. Kenneth Freeman began filming himself doing horrible things with his daughter Vicky sometime during the 90s. These terrible videos grew worse and worse for well over a year. As he became more elaborate and sadistic, he was sharing them online the entire time for many years. Vicky did not feel safe enough to report what was done to her for 4 years at the age 14. Her father
How
fled
can
all
you,
the way
though?
to China, but he was discovered and taken to trial 1 year later. He was sentenced to 50 years behind bars.
Man.
Sadly, the Vicky series
Okay, I'm already imagining things, but what did he exactly do? And how can you do that to your own kid, right? Like,
continues to be traded online to this day and has become infamous among dark web sickos everywhere. It's disgusting to think how people are still finding pleasure in her grief all these decades later. But as long as the dark web continues to exist, there is little that can be done. Most
Man.
people go their entire lives
guys, click on this video on the screen. Check these videos out, and I will see you right there. They don't want you seeing that, man.